Hi everyone, I'm outside the Royal Courts of Justice in London, and I just wanted to make it publicly known that they are trying to stop justice here. You can no longer just walk in and see a judge like you could before. They're making significant changes that have happened very significantly recently. So I think the public should be aware and question why this is happening, why they don't want it to be easy for the member of the public, a man or a woman, to walk into there and to get a judge to look at their case where injustice has happened. It's a great concern. It should be very, very worrying to you all that this is being covered up. So when fraud is happening in court cases, especially where children are concerned and children have been unlawfully taken, they are making it harder to get your case looked at fairly. Now I'd like to appeal to anyone out there who has experience in law, who actually cares about justice, who actually cares about families and children, to get the truth out there and to come forward and volunteer yourself so that you can actually do good in this world and help families, especially being reunited with their children when they've been unlawfully stolen. It's very important, as children are the most precious thing to us in this world, a gift given to us by God, and no evil should have the right to decide that our children are taken away and then to stop justice being served. This is a very worrying concern. So I'd really like anyone out there to please share this information with as many as possible so that people can be aware of what is going on and to start questioning why cases are being hidden and covered up. Why are there judges that are ignoring fraudulent cases where lies and slander and opinions and assumptions and false accusations are being allowed in all cases? It should be highly concerning to all of you men and women out there, because you need to ask yourself, if you had your child unlawfully taken, you went to present it in front of a judge and they were to dismiss it and tell you that your evidence was not relevant, or they weren't willing to even look at it.
I think your phone's just switched off.
Oh, has it? Oh. Is it overheated? They've shut me
No.
down. Yeah, I was just recording and I got cut off. They're clearly trying to stop my signal. My phone actually shut down completely, which is never done before. So I'm wondering if this is information they don't want to go public. So I'm not sure which parts came out when I was talking and which bits have been cut off, but I was trying to get it across that if you have a child taken unlawfully and you present your case to a judge with your evidence, the evidence is not being looked at, which is highly concerning. And the fact that lies and slander and false accusations and opinions and assumptions are making cases and being dismissed and hidden is very highly concerning, and should be highly concerning to all of you men and women out there. This is why I'm making it my point to come out and talk about this publicly, because we are commanded by God to tell the truth and to expose evil and injustice, which is what I'm doing. So I want others to be aware of what's going on. It is a command from our Creator, and evil will not prevail. So I will keep talking about what's going on, because if justice was being served, then any judge out there would be willing to look at the facts, which is what judges are supposed to do. They're supposed to look at facts. Then they are supposed to make a decision based on facts. There is supposed to be transparency in this country. The Lady Chief Justice even declared that transparency should be the new thing, which doesn't seem to be happening, because when you bring forth evidence and facts, it is dismissed and hidden away. So I would like to know why. Why is that? And I would urge anyone who has any experience in law and who cares about justice and families and children to come forward and come together to help us fight against this and to expose what's going on and stop the fraud that's going on and to protect the children. Because at the end of the day, the children are relying on someone to stand there and speak up for them. Children need a voice. It is their right to live in a loving home with their loving families. And they should not be being abused, being put in abusive homes, and being caused significant emotional harm by being away from their families. It's totally against God, totally against our human rights as a man and a woman given to us by God. So I ask that all of you come forward and expose this truth and stand up for what's right. Because at the end of the day, we will be held accountable for every action we make in this life. So all of you who are complicit in every unlawful act and crime against children and families, you will all be held fully accountable by our Creator. He makes that very, very clear. And whether you believe or not, some people will turn around and say they're atheist or they don't believe in a Creator. You need to ask yourself if you're wrong. And that's a huge mistake to make. There's plenty of evidence to show that we have a Creator, the Most High, and He does see all, He knows all, and He knows what is done in the dark. And He promises that everything done in the dark will be brought into the light. So there is no hiding. So I plead with all those right now that are involved in any unlawful crimes, whether you think they're crimes or not. You may have convinced yourself that they're not crimes. But if you are complicit in taking children away from loving families, then you are committing an unlawful crime. And you should be very worried. Now I urge anyone to come forward who wants to help support this, fighting against this injustice and exposing what's going on and fighting for the children to be safe in their loving homes. Thank you so much for all your ongoing support and for sharing all these videos. We will not be silenced. We will keep speaking up for what's right, because that is what we are called to do. We will not be quiet. When you commit an injustice, it will be spoken about. So don't think you can hide all those that are complicit in these unlawful crimes against children and families. Don't be scared to come forward. If everyone came forward who's involved in this, that'll be a huge team of people coming together, men and women. We need to stand for what's right, for what's true, and for what's just. Thank you.